So if presence is an entry point, what does it grant us access to? Because I have to tell you, it's amazing every time we just take a few breaths or rest in the awareness of our breath and access presence. It's amazing what happens. So if presence is an entry point, then what is it an entry point into? Everything. Every single thing imaginable and beyond. And why is it that? Because every single one of you is beyond anything that could ever be labeled, anything that could ever be articulated. So when you shift into presence, you're shifting into a space and a place that is beyond anything that you could ever articulate or quantify. Simply stated, you are beyond definition. And once you start to feel peaceful consistently, you begin to redefine what it means to be a human being. Because you disengage from the reactivity, you disengage from the habits, the patterns, the behaviors that you once believed that you were. And all of a sudden you begin to access a way of being that is transcendent and yet embodied at the same time. So it's like you're fully expanded in your potential, fully expressed in your energy, and yet at the same time you're fully present. And this is how human beings were created to live. It's a part of our design, embodied transcendence. The blessing in this is that the more we get to this space and place of peace, the more everything in our life seemingly works itself out and resolution and harmony is brought into being immediately. Why? Because we can receive it. And that resolution will come into your life in a myriad of different forms, but nonetheless, it's going to take whatever form it needs to take for you. And so when you step into peace, you step out of time. When you relax into peace, everything that was once powered or propelled by your identity stops. The motivation goes away, the ambition goes away, the drive goes away. And that's not a bad thing. You realize that actually all of those things were being fueled by fear. And then all of a sudden you start to just feel fulfilled and complete and whole. And that's pretty much where the majority of you are now. Is in this place of feeling whole and complete, peaceful, no longer being fueled by the pain of the past, no longer identifying with the past, actually just consistently anchored in this state of peace. And just like a sailboat has to wait for the next wind, the next prevailing wind, in order to further its momentum and motion, you're just on the verge of now waiting for that next prevailing wind to move you in a direction that's beyond anything that you could ever imagine